still progressing with this. It might seem slow, but they are looking to proceed, and work will be perhaps undertaken the 19th to the 23rd of August, which is just before the bike event in the High Street, but I have let them know that. And then the 2nd and the 6th of September, that's to do one side of the road and then the other to get the bus shelters in place. There'll be more works following that, but that's the sort of start dates for that. And then we have the car park, so I don't know where we want to bring that up. We want to mention that tonight in the car park charging.
Peter.
I just asked a question first, Chair, through you, the clerk. The open gardens and yard sale, I am presuming that those staff that are required to attend that, that's the events officer and the...
Right. Is there anything else, Jane? Well, we probably need to give the car parks some proper consideration and some time. Should it be on the agenda for the next meeting? Right. Right, okay. Thomas.
So Tina will be attending that meeting on the 15th, right? So we have very little time to discuss this and give our input to Tina.
It's a cabinet meeting on the 15th. I won't be at that because it's a cabinet meeting, but I will be bringing it up in the public meeting on Thursday. I have the question, Keith knows, I will be asking Paul Hewitt, the procurement cabinet member, and pointing out a few things that I have prior knowledge on, and exposing that at that time. So hopefully we will get some answers, but at least it will be public knowledge that Watton is being treated very unfairly on this.
For clarity, it is the car park behind the vets, the Queen's Hall, Memorial. And I just wanted to make a note quickly that Memorial Car Park is used by a variety of businesses on the High Street who use that to commute to work. And yeah, it would upset a lot of people if that was to be paid.
Maybe Mum might park in there.
Peter.
Chair, yeah. I feel deja vu.
Yeah.
The comment I made before about BRECKLAND relates to this as well. What they've said is they're going to make a decision on the 15th of July, and then we'll consult with the local councils. I don't know what they consult with us for. I think it will be, which car park do you want the free hour in? That will be it. But to do that, if they go ahead with what they're saying, it's going to cost them to put parking ticket machines in, unless they're all app ones, but you've still got to put something up. If you're going to allow 1 hour's free parking, you have to put a number recognition machine in, because you have to read who's been in and come out within the hour so they don't get charged. So the saving overall will take some time to manifest itself. And the argument...
They'll also have to have phone lines in there, won't they, for that to work? Or are they going to do what they do with the cameras and they use microwave links to that little box and then do it to somewhere else? Or are they going to use it, maybe do it through, I don't know, maybe like the old police station, BRECKLAND House? They should say, no, you're not doing it. They probably will do, won't they?
I have read is that they said not everybody in Watton who's would pay for it uses the car parks, but they all have to pay for it out their rates. And that's their argument for saying there should be a charge for it. Well, the argument is the same one as we put up before with them, that we all pay our rates, as do everybody in every other town, but BRECKLAND provide no leisure facilities at all in this town. Now, if you follow...
And that's spot on, that is, isn't it? Very, very true, that is.
The logic of that argument, then, everybody else should have to pay the full whack for using the facilities, and it should, our council tax should be reduced as such because we're not using them. But I doubt whether that will happen.
Right.
I think it was very telling that the letter from Paul Hewitt says we value the cooperation of your town council.
Right, is there anything else, Jane? Oh, Catherine.
I'm assuming this will help the discussions that Tina will be able to be part of. But one of the things that we were talking about earlier is when you have parking machines, if they're going for the app machines, that's fine for people who are very IT literate. But we're an elderly population in Watton, and there's a lot of people who want to work in cash. So,
and you've got to think of this. How many older people even have a smartphone? Or how many people don't even want to use the swipe, if you have to swipe it with a credit card or anything? To get to, I don't know how they work because I don't use cards or anything. But then also what you've got to do, you'll have to have data on your phone to download the pissing app, won't you? And not a lot of people don't even use the internet, do they? Come on, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolute stupid. Yeah, this is ridiculous, this is. Madness, madness, madness. Absolute madness.
have you given any thought to that? The cost of putting those machines in as well, and ensuring that people have the right sort of cash so they can use the parking?
I asked that very question at the time, and I was told that machines to take cash cost £70,000 a year to empty, which would eradicate any profit they made from the car parks. So therefore, the only option would be to use app-based things. And I argued that point very strongly, that there are a lot of people that don't have app phones, that are elderly.
Also, people that maybe don't have their phone with them that day, or they've lost it that day, then you can't even go into town to do anything, can you? This is just ridiculous, this is.
And just can't work that. I had trouble the other day in Thetford, to be fair, and nearly got a ticket because I was too long doing it, because I had to download an app, and I was terrified because I didn't know if I was doing the right thing. So, you know, how are the older generation going to cope with that? And I think it's disgusting. So, yeah, I'm going to make that point as well.
And then what about if it's the end of the month and you have no money and you've only got cash, or you've only got spare change, and it's like, then you can't even do anything. And then what's going to happen? You're going to have more people parking in the middle street, outside certain places, or in the high street. You know how snarled up that can get sometimes. Or because a bloody shop is getting delivery out the front rather than the back. All the shit, all of the bloody food places always get it delivered out the front. They should have it down delivered out the back. It's ridiculous. But do the town council do anything about it? They don't do anything. No.
Right. Okay.
Back to my report. The 20-mile-an-hour speed limits are being brought in.
And do you know why they do it? Because they get away with it in London and bloody Birmingham and everything, where these certain shops are normally getting deliveries and that, isn't it? It's because they're used to it. So they just carry on doing it and then leave the pallets sitting on the street. And another thing, how many shops do you see with a bin outside? Have a think of that, and then think about back in the days. You look at the old videos of the council, the carnivals, and look at the videos, and look at the shops outside the shops. Bins.
In Harvest Road, Brambleway and Crabtree Close, and we're just being asked by Norfolk County Council if we support this. I'm assuming we do, so just mentioning that. But
The signs aren't up round Harvest.
Oh, that's finished. Anyway, so yeah, what's your views on this is going to be app? So that's just madness. Yeah. Yeah. What the town council people should do really is they should go and hang around the car park one day, or a car park a day, and ask the people if they have a smartphone on them, and do they use phone apps for thingies, or would they use it? What they should do is they should get in the car parks and ask people. That's the best thing to do, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah, on it.
Because I'll be asking people when I